feeling of what I'm about to say and my position. I'm going straight to the second page. I'll come back and read the first page. The National Black Business Alliance proposes the following. Let me go back up to the top. Hence, as founding president of the National Black Business Alliance, an organization with membership of 1,500 plus, I'm announcing our education agenda. In response to the perceived lack of respect to black community members, leaders, and especially our children, the National Black Business Alliance proposes the following. Number one, complete withdrawal of all African American children from the A-Leaf ISD, HISD, and the Fort Bend ISD. I'll be working toward that every day. Number two, boycott the Next Star test. We're going to work on that as well. Number three, boycott all donors to the A-Leaf ISD, HISD, and Fort Bend ISD using the list of donors supplied at each board member. We're not going to give any money to anybody that's supporting board members and boards that are disenfranchising and mistreating our people. I heard one board member that spoke, and I felt your heart on that. These people are playing games with you. You've been here year after year after year begging. It's just ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. Support the striking teachers and firefighters in California by preparing teacher strikes in A-Leaf ISD, HISD, and Fort Bend ISD. Now, you can take my words to be, this is just another brother talking trash, but you don't know me. Don't evaluate my abilities and skills to do what I do based on what you can do. Don't make that mistake. Number five, establish a black school system designed to meet the needs of the black community just as Catholic and Jewish schools seek to meet the needs of their people, starting today. I don't come to talk to boards. I talk to my people and the children, and we're going to exit these schools until you all come to the table and start negotiating in good faith. I'm going to read the first part also. Lastly, we're developing campus-based school boards to make sure that on every school campus, we have voters who are monitoring what's happening on every school campus. Let me read the beginning. Why is it important to me to make a difference in my community and the black community specifically? My life has been one of service. I have served in churches, schools, military, a host of other venues where I saw needs that I could help address. Upon arriving in Houston close to 30 years ago, I was recruited for full-time work after the superintendent observed my teaching skills. HISD has been embroiled in school controversy. This is not HISD. A-Leaf has had the same problems. This is not A-Leaf ISD. But once again, we are proposing and working towards that end to divest from all three districts. And we're not going to deal with you all as one district each, all three of you. So if A-Leaf is out of line with our demands, not requests, these are demands. If A-Leaf is out of line,
thank you, sir.
And Houston needs to talk to A-Leaf.
I appreciate you. Mrs. Rosenthal, do you want to speak?
I'm last, is that right? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So mine doesn't go along with complaining. I'm here to thank everybody.
Could you adjust the microphone just a little bit?
Yes.
Wait a second. There you go.
Okay. Good evening. My name is Joan Rosenthal, and I wanted to express my gratitude and appreciation for all current board members during Texas School Board Recognition Month. I probably should have gone first, not last. I know how hard each of you work individually and collectively to do what's right for all children across the entire district. I also know that your dedication to Fort Bend ISD has forced you to miss birthdays, anniversaries, and requires you to often schedule vacations and business meetings around school board events. I can attest to that many times, anniversaries missed, birthdays missed. Even though it's probably one of the most important jobs, most people will agree that it's a thankless job. And while people will not often thank you for your service, I know all of you receive satisfaction from trying to make Fort Bend ISD the best district it can be. I know for Dave, these last few months have been difficult. I hear his phone ping from incoming calls at all hours of the night. I have found him pacing around the house on many a sleepless night. He has met with individuals and groups at his office on Highway 6 in Murphy Road, AKA McDonald's. I am sure that each of you have felt this same anxiety over current decisions that involve people and their children. I know that each of you has the best interests of Fort Bend ISD in your heart, and I want to thank all of you. I know it's such a hard job, and being a wife of a board member, and I really want to thank all of you.
Thank you, Mrs. Rosenthal. Thank you very much. Before we convene in closed session, I just wanted to make a comment to my fellow board members. We have several discussions we need to have in closed session, so if we get back there as soon as possible, I think it'd be helpful for all of us. So with that being said, we will now convene in closed session under the Texas Open Meetings Act, Chapter 551, and those sections listed in the agenda, and for the purpose of private consultation with the board's attorney on any or all subject matters authorized by law. We are now convening in closed session.